Namo tassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So, the path to liberation, seeing in life in many special ways. So, it is a referred to vipassana. We is many special ways. Vipassana is a seeing in many special ways. It means vipassana. Many special ways here referred to 40 ways. Definition of nature is 10. The definition of dukkha is 25. The definition of anatta is 5. So, in the previous lesson, we have taught about anatta. Anatta to reflect as a non-self. Sonya to reflect as a emptiness of soul, emptiness of happiness, etc. So as a others, as a worthless, like that. So empty, worthless, non-self, others, it is the same. So to know anatta is the most difficult. In the Bodhisattva's life, he can teach nature dukkha, but cannot teach anatta. So mentioned in the Jataka, such as Sarabhinga Jataka. So anatta, non-self, emptiness. If so, what is this body like that? What is this body? So this body, if we divide into two, one is a physical body, one is a mental body. Physical body we call a rupa, materiality or matter. Mental body is a nama, we call the mentality. So materiality in Bali, rupa. Rupa is a changing based on causes. What are the causes? Conscious mind also causes. If we are angry or happy, materiality will change. So in the same way, weather, temperature, cold and heat may make our body to change. In the same way, food, without food, with the food, may change. So in the same way, karma we have done in the past, based on that, this body may change. So you're trying to notice that changing before eating or after eating. So by seeing that, you should contemplate. It is a materiality, not me, not my soul. So it is a brief, like common characteristics of a materiality. So if we go detail, so we need to learn according to Buddha's teaching. That's it, pages 28 pages, 28 page. So materiality is 28 types. Oh, very the same. 28 type in the 28 page. This is maybe good number. So It is a materiality. So materiality 28. So yeah, vipassana, some people say not to do all detail, just one materiality or one mentality. If you can see rising and perishing, it is enough. Some say like that. But there are many references to do all, such as Maharaula Vada Sutta. The Buddha said to discern 4 element and space element 5. But in the commentary said, by saying a space element, need to take all 24 derived materiality, because space is one of 24. So by saying space should take 24 derived materiality. So say like that. It is one of a grammar method to take meaning. So if there is a similar characteristics, although we say this, we can take the other. Like may say, let's eat rice, Chinese or Myanmar. We invite people, let's eat rice. But that does not mean just you need to eat rice, including any curries, dessert. Rice is because of important we use. But any edible things included as a real meaning. The meaning of what is just rice is what is rice? Rice is just body you cook. It is a rice. No other things. No meat, no cake. But in the eating time, you will eat all. So because of this, if it's just say rice, maybe it is the only one. But let's eat rice. If this sentence we heard from someone, or included. So definition will be like that. By taking rice, by saying rice, other curry, dessert, you should take all. That is a grammar way in any language. Now, no need to grammar. You all understand. But if this word move it to about 200 years, 300 years, they may not eat rice. They may eat maybe hamburger or those. So those things. At that time, when they learn those grammars, what is the true meaning of rice? Maybe in the other place, people are eating different kinds of curries, cake. Oh, here rice, like that. They will check in which place what this place what. Oh, should have, maybe here also they say rice. Maybe they are still cooking in a quite long time. If only rice, they may not cook such a long time. So like that. So by knowing those situations, learners understand. Although it is saying rice, all included. So in the same way, one commentary write like that. By saying in space, why we need to take the other rupa like that. So after discerning 4 elements, to discern space is very important. Actually, to break it down the body as a small pieces, as a glaba, we say, like dust under the light. So body no more solid. Body is like a powder under the light. So your mind can go everywhere. So may go to the heart, may go to the eye, ear, everywhere can go because of no one block. Break into small particles. So it is important. It is important. One thing is maybe that the Bande Rahula need to do that. About 4 elements is okay. Need to see space. So Sutta is based on listeners' needs. The Buddha will teach. So not like Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma is not, how to say, not care about the person. Only Dhamma, what you should do. Sutta is not like that. What you need, what listener need. Because of this, Sutta emphasizing person. Abhidhamma is emphasizing Dhamma. So that is one thing. Another thing is Mahagopalaka Sutta. Mahagopalaka Sutta means one of factor is na rupenyu. If one bhikkhu don't know rupa, together with the numbers, together with the causes, without knowing rupa, together with the numbers, and once counting like a 28, and together with the causes, he will not reach to higher level of vipassana. Like that, it is a Mahagopalaka Sutta. So, what are rupas? Mentioned Mahabhuta 4, Upada Rupa, like that. Upada Rupa is here derived materialities, but not mentioned how many. Only Mahabhuta 4 and Upada Rupa. In the Sutta, not mentioned how many Upada Rupa. But in the Abhidhamma book, 24 Rupa. In the commentary, may mention the 24 Rupa. So these 24 Rupa also we can be found in the other suttas. For example, Mahasatiparana Sutta. When I am a visible object in being, defilement arise. You should know I, you should know visible object, and you should know defilements. Something like that. In the same way, ear and sound in being, defilements arise. You should know all. So something. If so, those are I, visible object, ear sensitivity, sound object. So those materiality we can be found in the different suttas. We can find all 24 rupa in the sutta. Only I think of one rupa directly in the Abhidhamma book. The others can be found everywhere, every sutta. So if we conclude all sutta, yes, 24 rupa or 28 rupa we can find. So if someone say just one rupa, two rupa, it is enough. How about these sutta? How do you do about these suttas saying? Because the Buddha's principle is in a commentary or somewhere mentioned. Buddha never have a two way of saying. In this sutta say the other, in another sutta say the other ways. So if so, will not be Buddha because of say here different, say there different. So many people say we are working based on sutta, but just one sutta cannot be. If we believe sutta, those are how to unify without grammar, without learning, without how to say traditional learning way, like some kind of higher grammars. They will not be able to match like a two sutta, Maharaula Sutta, Mahagopalaka Sutta, and the other suttas like that. So all these Abhidhamma we can be found in the sutta. So quite different. Suttas are based on bhasa. This bhasa something they have done, but something left. Based on that, the Buddha may teach. But some suttas are saying you must know Mahapo, Mahabhuta, derived materialities like that. So if we show those sutta, how they will say need to solve these problems. Because of this, need to discern all materialities together with the causes, especially based on Mahagopalaka Sutta and Maharaula Sutta. If we do other reference from commentary, also have sutta also some other sutta also have must know all like that, like another Lakkhana Sutta, Sabban Rupa, all Rupa like that. All Rupa is what? No other ways. These are 28 Rupas. So all Rupa means all these 28 Rupa like that. So there are many reference to do all. In a comment, Visuddhimagga also Just one materiality, two materiality, three materiality have been discerned. After that, if a move to nama will not be clear, like that. So many people read Visuddhimagga also accept it, but these quotation have very clearly just do 2 or 3 or after that move to nama. So nama may not be clear. So have this saying. If in a commentary will say more directly, need to do all like that. So because of this, we must do. So okay. So to understand another non-self, we have this body. If so, what is this body? We need to divide part by part. To be clear, there is no soul inside. So number one is earth element. We call it Patavi Dhatu. Or Patavi Dhatu. Patavi Dhatu is a kind of earth element. A kind of earth element. If we earth element is like to make this body is you should think as a statue. To make a statue, we need cement. Cement. So cement mixed with water. You can do form. In the same way, we have our flesh, bones, skins. Those are coming from earth element. So the characteristics of earth element is hard and soft. This body you press, it is a very reality. We can touch hard and soft. In the same way, smooth and gross. Smooth and gross. May say smooth, may say gross. In the same way, yes, lift up your body, heavy and light. You may say heavy, you may say light, one of weight. So these are characteristics of earth. So in actual practicing, you're trying to discern, so you can feel hardness. Hardness may appear in your mind, if so you know that. Trying to see softness. Soft, start from the soft place, maybe abdomen area. Trying to feel that. After that, trying to see the whole. So body will be very soft. Softness may appear in your mind. So body is normal, but because of your mind reaching and taking body as a object, taking softness as a object. If you don't have ability, so although trying to see will not see, because of the mind not powerful, cannot reach on reality. Even in breathing, some people never lose the whole 1 hour. Some people no breathing. Actually, breathing is there. The mind cannot take it. So, because of this, need to establish concentration. Need to practice. Although reality is there, but if our mind cannot reach, seem to be not having. So, but earth is very sure, and there is our body is very solid. So, hardness, softness, roughness, smoothness, lightness, heaviness. These are the characteristics of earth element. So it is practicing in time we encourage like that. So if you can take all characteristics, you are knowing well about the earth element. So you can move next one. But usually we teach Lakhanadichadoka. Lakhanadichadoka means 4 ways to see about the one element to understand. 4 ways to see means one is characteristics, one is function, one is manifestation, one is proximate cause. Proximate cause means one of cause which is very important must be of this element. So something like that, you see like that, this side, you see like that, this side, you see like that, this side, 4 ways. You see like that, this all are similar. but more clear. Similar things, clearer. Actually, one's characteristics, one's function is not so much different. For example, mind characteristics, what is the mind function? Quite similar, but it will be more clear. So about the other element here mentioned, kakala, hardness. Only one characteristics mentioned, but in the Abhidhamma book, hard is some amount hard, some amount soft, based on which side you see. Anything, this flower hard and soft, statue hard and soft, our body hard and soft. So if we see, if our knowledge is sharp, I can see those 6 characteristics like the same, because it is understanding. So what is the function? Function is the existing place of the other elements. Means if there is a foundation, earth, water can stay, temperature can stay. It is existing place. For example, if this table is heavy, so heat and cold is there. For example, water you put can be there. So that is like earth. So because of this, its function is say for existing in place, as a working as a existing place. So manifestation means once someone see the object show you suddenly. For example, how is Janakābhivaṃsa? You may mention something. Maybe most of people may say very thin bandi. That is a manifestation. One look may show. Some people different manifestation. Most of people mentioned about you. So in the same way, most of meditator, when they trying to see other element will show his manifestation. So meditator will see as a acceptance, accept the other element. Because of earth, if we say how is earth accept anything, buildings, trees, like that, because of foundation. So it is a manifestation. What is the nearest cause? The other 3 elements. Earth, without the other element, not possible. So they dependent on each other. So it is mentioned about the 4 ways. So hardness is a characteristics. Existing as a existing place is a function. Acceptance is a manifestation. The other 3 elements are proximate cause. Must be. Only earth cannot stay. If there is earth, surely temperature. Surely have a temperature. Surely have a wind inside. Also surely we have water like that. For example, even these books, now there is water. After a long time, this book will be very dry. At that time, they will move as a small pieces. So now, because of some liquid, sticky things are inside, so can be like that. We can hold, Asian writings, books are in the once touch, they broke. That means water are gone. So by thinking in these books still have sticky things inside. In the same way, this wall, like it seems to be no water, surely after many years, the earth will break down. No more sticky. Now no break down. That means sticky things, waters are inside. Still have very little. So because of this, if there is a solid thing, there is water, there is a fire, and there is a wind. Okay, this is the other element. Next one is water element. Water element in the practicing time, two things, two characteristics. One is they say usually flowing, wetting. For example, in this tissue, you put water will spread. It is saying flowing or spreading, wetting. In the same way, we occasionally drink water because water spread in the body. See our body not so dry, little bit wet. So it is water inside. Because of this, we fire burn water, we drink again, spread inside. So body is another non-self. What is this? This is water. So if we remove water, our body will be very dry. Only earth, also smaller. So because of putting water occasionally, bigger and wet. So the characteristics of water is wetting, flowing. So some places are much, some places are less. For example, urine, blood, tears, saliva, it is much water. In the bone, skin, flesh, less water. So in the much place due to sun, quite easier. Even in the bone have. Because of this, you do soup. Sweet liquid coming out from the bone. So you drink. So like this, this is water from the bone. So because of this, if someone's mind is sharp, even in the bone they can see water, the nature of water, flowing or wetting or like that. So if you can take that object, water is not touchable, not tangible object. Tangible objects are three things: hard and soft, we can touch. Cold and heat, we can touch. Sometimes blow, air pushing can touch. Water is known by knowledge, cannot feel with the sense. Some people are trying to touch with the body. Water is not such a kind of object. Water is taken by mind. A bit subtle case to understand. For example, mind speaking, you understand. It is not by ear, it is by mind. Because if someone not yet learn English, they will not understand. They have an ear, but they cannot translate. It means by ear cannot know the meaning. It seems to be like with my ear I know, not my ear. It is my mind. So in the same way, water we touch, we know this is water. It is another thinking, one more thinking. Touching only can know at earth, fire, wind. But another step, we need to think. So like language understanding. So what I said, trying to understand by mind, trying to see. So we see a little bit wet. So knowledge, this is water, knowledge. So this is water element. One characteristic is flowing. They translate. I mean like wetting and spreading. You put a tissue, you put water on the tissue, the same. We drink water, spread the whole body together with the wind. Wind push, make it wet. So another characteristic is cohesion. They say cohesion is I think stickiness, to say easier. So if we don't have water totally, will not be this form like a statue. Just a cement, you cannot do statue. To make a statue, you put water into the cement balancingly. If so sticky, you can do forms. In the same way, this body have forms, a head form, hand form, like that, were very well formed. So people think, this is me, like that. Actually, this is just a cement and water. So you need to think. So it is because of sticky thing, water like a glue, make a form. If a balance, if much water you put, at that time will flow away, will spread, like a urine, blood, like that. Although we say blood, urine, inside have a bit solid than have other element, but other element very less in the water. So even in the water, actually still have other element, very little. So even in flower, those the outside things are also the same. So two characteristics. One is flowing or spreading. The other one is cohesion. Actually the same nature, only just much or less only. So okay, this is actual practicing. If you can take flowing and cohesion with your mind, so enough. You are knowing water element. So next one, we will say according to Abhidhamma commentaries, Visuddhimagga, like 4 ways to see. One is the characteristics. The characteristics of water element is here say flowing or spreading or wetting. Only one in the Visuddhimagga, but some like that I say two. Another one is increasing the materialities, which is rising together, increasing. Yeah, if you don't drink water, yeah, so it will be smaller, very dry. So increasing, for example, rice before cooking, smaller. You put water, you burn. Water go inside, so rice become bigger because of a lot of water inside. So rice is itself smaller. So next one is Singha Bichupatana. Singha Bichupatana means making it together. Making it just a sima, not sticky one. So because of put water becomes sima, sticky. Making it together. Our body making it together, not spread out. Unless some people have a disease, body become very dry, so skins go away like that. It is possible because of lack of water. Next one is approximate cause is other element. Other 3 elements. Without earth, water cannot exist. So just water cannot stay. These 4 elements must be together. Even smallest things in the water, there is a earth element, maybe very small, So even in the fire, there is water. You can check. Put some sticky one may have. So iron you may put in the fire, little bit become wet. So even in the fire there is a kind of water, also earth, also some small particles. Next one is water. After water, what? Fire element. Fire element is usually we teach 2 characteristics, cold and heat. Originally heat. If heat less, we say cold. Actually only heat temperature we have. So they may say 0. And that is their measurement, actually not 0. Very little heat, they say 0. That is their measure. So if there is something solid, there is a temperature. You may say cold, you may say heat. For example, this temperature, someone may say cold, someone may say heat, but only one. So for the healthy body, normally temperatures are quite balanced, which side you will see. If you want to see heat, start from the hot place, trying to feel at that, trying to see later very hot. Sometimes even you practice Anapana, if you happen to notice body, very hot, possible. Some people cold. So if you want to discern cold, start from the cold place, focus on that. Later coldness may appear. If so, you understand cold and heat. It is quite easy about the fire element. Water a bit difficult, need to understand. Characteristics is heat. It is making the other rupa to be like mature or to be cooked. To be cooked means rice originally very hard. You cook quite soft. It is we say mature or cooked. So in the same way, our skin, you see, very quite like cooked, not so wet, not so dry. So like cooked. It is done by fire. If a fire is balanced, fire and water, those are then balanced. Body is well cooked. So some kind of wound, very wet. It means skins are very wet, very liquid, like disgusting. It is they are fire not balanced. Something over or something very less. So if a fire is balanced with water, well cooked. If some very cold, body very stiff. If so, you need to move or massage. Heat to go. So it later soft. If so, it is well cooked. So functions cooking. Fire's functions cooking. And so our body is well cooked. So what is manifestation? Manifestations make other rupas amendment, like to be soft, to give a proper support. Proper support. Our body, if fire is balanced, quite flexible. Previously, I went to Memyo, very cold. My shoulder cannot shake anymore. Not flexible there, because of fire, body fire not enough. So I now stay in Singapore. Weather is hot. Do exercise. Maybe heat go there. Cured. This is not quite flexible. So that is a manifestation of a fire element, temperature. So this fire we have. Non-self, what we have is a fire element. We have other element, water element, fire element. Not me, not my soul, but there is other element, water element, fire element. Another one is Vayodhatu. Nearest approximate cause is as the same, the other element. So without earth, without water, cannot be fire. So next one is Vayodhatu, wind element. Wind elements is in a meditation we teach supporting two characteristics. Supporting and supporting and pushing. Supporting and pushing. Now we sit like that. We will put wind in the body, support. So we actually our body is a bit strange. Rise up. Normally should not stay lying down. Why we can rise up? Because of inside have a wind element, especially made by mind. So if not sleepy mind, can rise up. So if sleepy mind is a weak mind, not enough producing wind, will fall down. So we stay in this way is because of wind. That is a supporting. So now you are sitting, that is supported by wind. If someone very weak about the wind and block, will fall down. So it is a supporting. So you can rise up, stand up is because of wind. If no wind, I cannot stand up. So because of this, we sit like this, a bit straight, feel supporting, trying to see the nature of the wind, supporting. So later you can take that supporting as an object. Supporting in nature may appear in your mind. If so, you understand that. Next one is pushing. Pushing is a stronger wind, actually. Only a little, just rise up. It is a supporting. If much, even a shake. That is not soul. Not soul, pushed by wind. Now I'm speaking. My mind trying to shake a mouth. It is a wind. We choose a food It is also wind. After that, swallow, get it down. If we are not old, can swallow. Even quite heavy things can swallow, If older, winds are weak, even water not easy to drink. So after that, go down, keep in the stomach, support, not yet go down until digested. So after that, the wind will push it down until twilight. So those are done by wind. So we drink water, only put in the stomach, but the wind we're trying to spread the whole body. So not only stomach get energy, the whole body get energy. In the same way, the blood from down to up. How? Because of pushed by wind. So our beat, our heart also shaking. That is all are done by wind. So in the body, a lot of shaking have. So it is pushing nature, wind. If you're trying to see those pushing, blood moving, nutriments are moving there, so later your mind can take that object. Pushing may appear in your mind. If so, you know about the wind element. You can do as a wind as a wind. But if these four elements, if make it together, you may confuse. There is me, my soul, actually working in together. So to clear that, you need to take out one by one. So like a car, you take out one by one. If so, inside nothing begins, just they are working in together. So this discerning is especially to understand non-self view. So about these four elements are made. Our body is made of these four elements. Not only body, even in this flower, this statue, everything, every materiality, foundation is these four elements, made of these. So in the scripture saying this is a Maha-Buddha, like a great telling line. They say great telling line is like a magician, handkerchief may show as a bird. That is a telling line, because people think bird, actually it is a handkerchief. So in the same way, this four element will show as a person, man or woman, or car or house. Many people confuse. This is me, this is my car. Actually, all are four elements. So once we see in the other ways, we can communicate, but it is not for liberation. Many problems may come up. Once we think of me, my body, you can say other people will accept. But once you think my body, me, many worry come out. Because of the body, when it change, when it show its nature, as a nature impermanence, dukkha, suffering, and not non-self, at that time, the mind will have sorrow, limitation, like that. Because of this, the Buddha not trying to see in this way, not trying to teach to see in this way. Other element trying to see as a other element. Water element trying to see as a water, as a fire, as a wind, as a element. If you see in this way, what benefit will come? Although body change, may not worry, may not have a limitation, may not cry. So it will have a freedom like Arahanta. So very free, not dependent on anything. He understands that everything are made of four elements. Not so much value, not occupying that. So not identified as a me or mine or my soul. So it is the way to see. Without learning this, just trying to see, may not be able to catch this meaning. So no one can do except Vijayaka Buddha and Buddha. And other people must have a guide from the Buddha how we should see. So To get a right view, must go according to this way. If so, we have a right view. Mainly, we have a benefit. Will not be worry, will not be limitation, like that. So it is based on reality. Vipassana is based on reality. Very clearly we can see those elements in the body. Not just learning scripture, those are in the body. Finally, trying to see in the body. Not just one time, 2 times, need to do agana anga many times. Because we have all the perception. This is me, this is man and woman. Once we don't lead by knowledge, our mind change. This is me again. So it's a problem. So practitioner always trying to think. This is other element, water element, fire element. One time we think one knowledge arise, 2 times 2 knowledge, like that. In this way, need to be mature. Like our speaking, I speak English, agana. If so, more and more clever about that. Once I speak less, may go original language. May go original language. If I went to Myanmar about 1 year without talking English, if so, after I come back, a bit hesitate to say. So go to our original language. So in the same way, we have an original perception, which is a wrong perception, wrong knowledge. So because of this, need to do Gana Anga as much as we can. Practitioners are like that. So this is a foundation of materiality. Very important. Even in this, if someone clever about this, those 4 elements, they know how to balance. Although body is not balanced, mind trying to see. If it's cold, trying to see heat side, something like that. So mind also may produce heat. So in the same way, hard and soft, pushing and supporting. So normally, good practitioner is quite healthy. A little bit weather and food, a little bit can adjust. But if a body really bad, may not be, because just mind not enough. Body, the cause of the body is weather, food, mind, and karma. But a practitioner about the mind, one cause is surely good. So body can be healthy, can be balanced, can be comfortable. So this meditation can get a result, especially for those who want to relax. But it cannot produce jhana. This is a 4-element meditation, cannot produce jhana. Not so high concentration. More related to wisdom. Also the gate of vipassana practicing. So even in 4-element, if you understand, quite knowledge is quite high. That is a foundation. So everything you can see that. So for those who see these elements, they say they may think disgusting, not disgusting, but only like a not being. Body is not like a being. So the perception of being will disappear, like as an element. Body is just as an element. Especially can dispel perception of being. So that is to get another view. Not only this foundation, we have some other things, because sometimes we see something. What is it? What are seeing? For example, what is seeing? What we see? How we know by seeing? So still have a man think I'm seeing, or the thing I see is me. This is also possible because you see like that. So about the seeing, when we see something, we say, I'm seeing, I see, like that. So, what is the seeing? So, about this materiality, another materiality is what? Eye translucency, Chakupasada, 4 types of derived materiality, for 24 types of derived materiality. Derived materiality is dependent on 4 elements, previous elements of foundation. And this one is dependent on that. So, Chakupasada, eye translucency. Eye translucency is only into the eye, in a blackboard. So, in the middle of a blackboard, that materiality have. So, if we see something, that's the image appear. So, according to scriptures saying about like insect in the hair, how to call? Lice, hair lice, like the head of hair lice, about this big. So the head of hair lice. So clearance and translucency. So if we see something impinging there, image there, impinging. So that clearance or translucency is translucency of what? Translucency of 4 element. 4 element, transparent, translucency, can catch the color object, like a camera. It is Chakupasara. So to know that, just normally practicing is we trying to practice a 4 element. If a 4 element practice, later those 12 characteristics, in the beginning very slow, have to do 1 by 1, but later faster and faster. Within 1 minute can go around about 3 or 4 times faster, 12, like ABCDE, If you are very clever, you can read it very fast. If you do repeat, all 26 may see suddenly in one look enough. That's the knowledge practicing. So, if so, body later may see like a smoke, because of your knowledge is sharp. So later may see as a ice block, or later may see as a transparent, like glasses. So because of knowledge is shining, your knowledge can penetrate. Body also have some kind of lighting things, like eye sensitivity, someone touch light, your eye may reflect. So those then have knowledge light hit body light reflection. So may see something light. So after that, trying to discern space element. If so, the body will break as a small pieces, small particles, like the dust, another light. So at that time, the mind can go everywhere. Knowledge can reach. If you want to go, eye can go. Mind also have a power, concentration, because of right practicing. So now we want to see one materiality into the eye sensitivity. Because we say I'm seeing. What is the seeing? So to understand that, need to go there. So trying to catch some clapas there. So trying to see something, because I have light, can see, although closing eye. So some object impinge eye. Now you are opening quite easy. You see light. The light impinging your eye. So being impinged, something being impinged by light. It is eye sensitivity, a kind of materiality. So you trying to see light, you may hurt, like a camera. So it is just a materiality, eye sensitivity. Only one function can catch color. Even cannot know, just catching, like a camera catching your appearance, but camera don't know who are you. People only may think this is me, my photo. Camera is just a ticket. So eye sensitivity is like that. So our mind uses that eye sensitivity to see someone. So if not use, you don't see. For example, open your eye, you think about your home. So although opening, images are there, but you will not see, because of the mind using mind door to think the other. In the same way, if you are listening, using ear, you will not see, although you are opening eye. Images are there. Listening in time, not seeing. So because of mind is fast, sometimes listen, sometimes see. You know, I can see, I can hear, like at the same time. Actually, not the same time. When you see, you cannot hear. When you hear, you cannot see. And so, because of this, in the aeroplane, may I have your attention, please? Close the video. Because if you are seeing a video, you will not hear. They know, must switch off video. So it was possible to hear. So like that. So that is a kind of understanding how we see. So to know another, we need to see eye sensitivity. Eye sensitivity is catching the color object. So trying to impinge with the color and color hitting. So something impinged by color, light, it is eye sensitivity. Eye sensitivity. So you should note, this is eye sensitivity, not me, not my soul. It is impermanence. It is a suffering. Have to go to the eye clinic. So I went previously because of some problem. After 6 months, come back. It is just for the eye, Dentist also after 6 months come back. So some other things after 6 months. Later I understand. Oh, many 6 months. So I stop. So it is a suffering, Once I wake up, I'll have to clean. So many different disease, I'm specialist. They learn generation to generation until now not yet finished. Problems are many. That is just eye, So because of this, although we are trying to attach, this is my eye or beautiful or like that. If not beautiful enough, may do liner or something. So, so very busy with that. If we trying to, occupy, this is my eye. Not our eye, not follow our desire. So we have a problem, sorrow, limitation, like that. The Buddha instructs, eye is just an eye. It is a nature, it is anatta, it is a dukkha, to contemplate that. So this is eye sensitivity, eye materiality, very important to understand how we see, what are we see, what is seeing. So all those are not me, not my soul. So Chakupasada, you can discern in this way. Some explanation according to 4 ways I will tell you. So it is transparency of previous element, which is possible to be impinged by kala. Transparent then. Transparency of the 4 elements. 4 elements is foundation, I'm born. So transparency of the 4 elements, which is possible to be impinged by kala. You shout in front of eye. Why not? No, not this function. It is a recorder function. This is a camera function only. So different function. So it is produced by karma product, mainly. Not food product. But food product is the other beside, maybe. If beside one is good, it is good. So mainly this is produced by karma, previous karma. So if someone lose eye sensitivity totally or totally die, by eating something medicine may not be able to produce. This is a karma born materiality. So this what is a function? Function is a function is turning or persuading towards visible objects. Visible objects. So occasionally, because we have an eye, we're trying to see this object, that object, like that. The mind uses that, turn this, turn that. So this one's functions turning the mind towards visible object. If someone eye is not good, not trying to see, some old man or with a poor eyesight, they are very restrained about the seeing. Because the eye is not good, although trying to see, will not see. So eye is quite stable. Because not so sharp. And so only have time to see, long time they will see. For short time they will not see. Because eye is not good. Sometimes, for example, if I don't wear the glasses, I will not trying to see people. Because although I see, may not see, they are just like that. So, no, you see other people, why seeing so long? So, if I go eye, the eye want to see this and that. So, turning the mind towards a visible object, it's a function. So, next one is a function. The location of eye consciousness. Eye consciousness are arising in there to see something. So our consciousness using this eye sensitivity, eye translucency, see something. Eye consciousness are arising in there. So if we see something we see is a visible object. Instrument to see is eye sensitivity, eye translucency. Seeing is our mind. Mind is seeing. Mind also without eye sensitivity cannot see. Just eye sensitivity without mind also cannot see. For example, if you are listening to something, eye is there, will not see. For example, if you are sleeping, someone open the eye, show like a bye-bye. Will not see that. That is because your mind is sleeping, think past the object taking. So no use eye. So no mind, just the eye sensitivity is like a camera. Don't know anything. Only image is there only, but not see. After wake up, you say, do you know? I show bye-bye. You why not know? So I see, other people say I see. No, I see. Seeing is the mind arising in there. So with what we see, with the eye sensitivity, what we see is a visible object or not me. So mind also without eye sensitivity cannot be. Without light, without paying attention, cannot be. So eye sensitivity also without mind paying attention cannot see. Without color object cannot see. So depending on conditions, they will see. So what are conditions? Must they have a light? Must they have a visible object? Must they pay attention? Must they have eye sensitivity? These are conditions. If these 4 conditions are completed, no one can stop not to see. If one of these conditions fail, no one can create to see. So based on conditions will work. So because of this, eye sensitivity also not my soul. Visible object also not my soul. Mind also not my soul. Just arising and perishing. those are all impermanence, suffering, non-self. If so, knowledge become clear. How we see, what we see, with what we see. So because of this, this materiality also very important to discern, to clear, or to have a non-self view. So next one, Sutta Pasada. Sutta Pasada is in the ear. In the ear. Only in the ear there is one place have a very tender hair. According to scriptures, saying like a finger ring in that place, spreading in that place. So if you want to discern that, you are trying to go there, trying to listen to the sound. Sound will impinge. So something being impinged by sound, it is this materiality, like a recorder. You show color object by in near the ear, will not know, but a sound will know. Can catch a sound. Something can catch a sound. You go there, your mind go there, stick there, and trying to listen. Sounds are impinging. So being impinged by sound is Sutta Pasada, ear translucency. Ear translucency. That is only into the ear, no other place. No other place. So it is also translucent, not like the other rupa, like translucent. So can catch the sound. Clear translucency is of what? Of a four element. Four element. It is also karma born materiality. Karma form materiality. Its function is usually want to turn towards the sound. Once you hear the sound, turn there. I want to listen there. Where has a sound? So also it is the place of the location of hearing consciousness. Mentality, one of consciousness arises there. Whenever you listen to something, whenever you know the sound, ear consciousness arising in there. So before knowing consciousness, you must know ear sensitivity first, location first. Without knowing location, you will not know consciousness. Consciousness will occasionally come, not always, but ear sensitivity is always there. Consciousness when the sound impinge only. Consciousness may arise. You trying to listen, the sound impinge. At that time, hearing consciousness will arise. People say, I hear. I hear. No, I hear all I element. Like that. So Vipassana practitioner need to see all these things. How we hear. So this is the ear sensitivity. It is not me, not mine. Hearing is the sound, just a sound. Our mind using ear, we hear. So know the sound. Just knows the sound. So it is a ear sensitivity, ear translucency. Into the ear must discern, because this body many functioning. I hear the sound, something like that. So self-view coming. So next one is a nose translucency. Nose translucency is only into the nose. Into the nose. So like a hoof. The place similar to hoof of goat. Goat's hoof or leg, the foot, sole, goat. So it is a nose translucency. So nose translucency is a small particle is there. Your mind go there, trying to get smell. Pay attention. The mind turn into the smell. If so, you will get a smell. If not, although nose translucency is there, you will not get a smell, because your mind using eye or ear. You're trying to discern a smell. Not so sure good smell. So you stick there, the mind knowledge stay there, trying to get a smell. Smell impinged, you are nose translucency. Something impinged by nose, impinged by smell, it is nose translucency. Other time, I no smell, may say like that. So three things. Something you got to smell is outside. It is a smell, a kind of materiality. Later we will learn. Impinged by smell is nose translucency. It is arising and perishing, always arising and perishing. It is not me, not mine, not my soul. Just only one function he can do, getting in smell. Getting in smell. So next one, tongue translucency. Tongue translucency is into the tongue, especially in the middle of the tongue. You know, you put your hand into the curry, don't know any taste. So that function only in the tongue. You know, only in the tongue. You put into the tongue, or may say sweet, sour, something like that. By hand, you cannot know. It is our problem. Because a bhikkhu have to, sometimes here do buffet, you know, banana or papaya. Some are sweet, some are not sweet. We cannot know, we take. Maybe well, okay, you eat later, go, you can take, get up and take. we don't know. Problem is that. If we have this translucency here, will be good. Sometimes we put a little taste very good, but no. So buffet and bhikkhu is a bit not so nice. But we hear a lot of food, we will put much. Not if not so sure, seem to be good, we put a lot. Later not go many extra things. So if there is tongue sensitivity in the hand, it will be very good. So tongue translucency is only in the tongue. So if you want to discern that, your mind trying to stay there, incline there, the mind stays inclined. You know, if I want to know flower, then keep my mind flower. Not really keep, actually, inclining. So in the same way, go to the tongue. You should try. You should try. So taste impinging the tongue. Being impinged by taste, it is a tongue translucency. So you may say, I eat. Very delicious. Something like that. So that is just one of the materiality which can catch the taste. This function only that can do. Only but with the wrong view, you occupy. That's mind eating. Mind eating. Very good like that. And so, not mind eating, mind use tongue to know the taste. Taste is one of materiality, which can catch taste is one of materiality. The mind is knowing the taste by using tongue sensitivity. So that is I eat. I eat. Actually, mind also, consciousness also, one of mentality. Tongue sensitivity is materiality. The thing you know as a taste, it is one of materiality. Or impermanence, suffering in non-self. So if so about the eating, quite clear. So next one is body translucency. Body translucency. Where it is, body translucency is the whole body, spreading in the whole body. Everywhere you touch, you can know. You can know. So I need to say about the tongue sensitivity. Yeah, it is a turn towards a taste. You know, this taste is someone. Other want to test another taste. Another taste. Want to turn different types of taste. So someone also eat, sweet also eat, salty also want to eat, want to test. So turning functions want to turn towards the taste. It is the place of location of tongue consciousness. Tongue consciousness arising in there. rising in that to no taste. So it is a karma-born materiality. Karma-born materiality. So karma is good if so can know taste. So appetite is good. So like that. Okay, body translucency. Body translucency is in the whole body. The whole body. Wherever you touch, can know everywhere. Everywhere. So to know that you can keep your mind everywhere. So for example, you are sitting now, you keep your mind in the leg. So you may know touching. So if you are listening very attentively mind sound, you will not know. Although touching, although body is numbing, you will not know. Because of the mind not using body sensitivity. So you keep your mind where you has pain, for example. So impinged by tangible object. Tangible object is what? Tangible objects are three things like earth, wind, and fire. Maybe hot and cold, maybe soft and hard, maybe pushing. And so sometimes in the stomach, wind are pushing, you may pain. So you keep it there, impinged by tangible object. It is a body sensitivity, body translucency. Some say body sensitivity, some say body translucency. So because of this, some people have pain. If they really focus on the breathing, will not know other pain because of the mind not using that. So it is body translucency, the whole body, unless if you don't have some disease. But some people have a disease, for example, leprosy or something. They break translucency. Although they touch a hot one, they will not know because of body translucency break, spoil, damage. So normally in our body we have these things. So most of meditators are trying to focus body, trying to feel something. They will find mostly tangible object. Tangible object. They are meditating tangible object. Knowing by body is actually very superficial, not deep. Knowing by mind is more deep. So if so, we understand how we touch. How we touch. Although we say touching is good or bad, actually only one tangible object. So it is we say I touch. So actually touching is touching something we touch is a tangible object. Tangible object, with which we touch with this body translucency. Who is touching? Just a mind, consciousness, no person. It is also rising and perishing. So these three things are working together. So they have their causes. For example, I have said about the hearing. If there is a sound, there is a ear sensitivity, there is attention, and there is a space. You not use ear black. If so, this condition complete, full condition complete, someone surely will hear. If one of them fail, will not hear. Nobody can create to hear. In the same way about the smelling, must have a nose translucency, must have smell, must have attention, must have a wind which can bring the smell. If so, if these four factors are complete, someone will smell. Without these four, one of these fail, nobody can create to smell. For the body, must have a body sensitivity, not to spoil, not to damaged. Tangible object must have. paying attention. Although you are touching and sitting on the chair, if you are thinking about some other thing, you will not know. Paying attention. Another one is must be hard things. So if these four conditions complete, we know touching. One of these, if fail, we will not know. So only just based on cause and effect, not based on our desire, not based on someone creator. So those are not help, just cause and effect. So if we discern in this way, we will be clear how we see, how we listen, how we smell, how we taste, how we touch. So this is a translucent materiality in our body. So vipassana practitioner need to see agana and ka in this way. After that, what materiality we have? Next one is field materiality. Field means where the mind stay. Number one is one kala object. Kala in our body have. If there is a four element, there is a solid things, there is a kala. We see this one. With our eye sensitivity, we can see. Something we can see is no hand or no man or woman. Something we can see is only just a kala. I want to say kala and form. Kala and form. Not more than that. You may say, I see flower, I see man or woman. Actually, not like that. You see only kala and form. Seeing a flower or man or woman is just the next step of thinking by mind. You see something you see with the eye is no more than kala and form. I only can know kala and form. Very simple. But we may say this is a man, woman, this is a flower. It is another step to think. You show children may not know this is a flower. They have an eye, but they can see something, kala, and they can see form. Also, they may not think this is a man or woman, even may not know, because they know a land. So only reality we contact with the eye is only kala and form. So, although you may say car, house, man or woman, it is not reality. No, vipassana practitioners are seeing. So vipassana practitioners are seeing is all are kala and form. No more than that. The same. Huh? So anything anything you see is kala and form only. The others you are thinking, oh, this form is a car, like that. Even in picture, say car, like that. So we see something is for the vipassana practitioner, kala. This one also not you see man and woman, just a kala. It is arising and perishing, not always. It is a suffering, Kala change, suffer. So must be fair or like that. Must eat good food and to have good kala. So they think this is me. If you think just a kala and form, if so may not be so busy. So although changing, you not occupy. This is my body. If so, okay. So in the same way, next one is Sutta, sound. So this is that's an object we can take with the ear. You use your ear sensitivity, previous materiality to know that. And listen, you will hear sound. From your body also have in the stomach, non-speaking. There is a sound. Now something hit your ear is just a mind sound. No any meaning. A true dance is no meaning, just a sound. When you know, if someone Myanmar listen to my sound may not know because I'm speaking in English. So just a sound, it is a reality. But if I say badly, you may be disappointed. Actually, associating with you is just a sound, no more than that. So because of this, sometimes the Buddha instruct to practice. Sound is just a sound. No badly saying or goodly saying. That is your translation. One time, one of a man complaining Buddha, say badly many words. The Buddha say, I don't take it. You are present. The Buddha nothing happened. The Buddha contemplated, that is a sound. Hitting his ear is just a sound. If we don't translate. If we translate only, maybe he say badly, he say good way. That is a marking, order marking. About the English, you have a marked. If I say in Myanmar, you will not know anything. Just a sound. It is a reality. So Vipassana is working on reality. It is a sound. Sound is not always arising and perishing. It is impermanence produced by my sound is. So it is also not self. Based on conditions, it will appear, after that cease. So that is what we have in our body. We can contact. So taste. Taste is rasa. Rasa. That's known by tongue. Known by tongue is the tongue can know, by using the tongue, the mind can know taste. Taste is maybe salty, maybe sweet, maybe sour. Taste have. But just a taste. No say good or bad. Good or bad is our translation. Some people like chili. Some people don't like chili. Like chili seem to be associating in different ways for different people, because one like, one doesn't like. Actually, chili may not act in this way. Chili only one nature, hot and spicy. But people perception. You may say good, other people not good, So, many Chinese they cannot eat Myanmar food. We like our food. Those are Myanmar food, for example. That is our old perception. We mark those. This is good. So, actually, just a taste. Just a taste. Not good and bad. Good and bad is our extra thinking. Extra marking or older perception. Actually, associating with the tongue is just a taste. Just a taste. So when we eat, you should know it is a taste. It is a tongue sensitivity. It is a consciousness which can know taste by using tongue. So if so, that is a Vipassana practitioner's work. So you can do when you are eat. So three things. If so, you will be clear. Knowledge is arising. So all arising and perishing. This is also impermanence, suffering, non-self. The tongue sensitivity also, impermanence and non-self. Today someone come, she has a tongue cancer. Something like that. Suffering. Very suffering. Morning have to brush. In the morning you have to brush your tongue, clean. Actually quite disgusting. So it is a suffering. It is a non-self, not you us. If ours should follow our desire, not follow. So dependent on other causes. It is like others. So need to know these three things. Next one is touch, potapa. Touch is only earth, fire, wind. We can touch hard and soft. This is earth. Cold and heat. It is fire. Pushing, some in the stomach, pushing. It is a wind. This is a tangible object. Tangible object is actually 3 of 4 elements. So by body, something we touch. Just these 3 things. Not touching our son or our daughter. Like you may need to hug your children, you know. This is my children. It is you are marking only. Actually, associating is it is other element, fire and wind element. That's true associating. Reality is that's all. You know, you may think this is my son or my daughter or something like that. But reality is other element, fire element, wind element. So no more than that. You are translation only. This is my son, my daughter, or like that. But this translation no good. You know, will produce a lot of suffering. So keep nature as a earth, fire, wind. If so, it is beneficial. No more worry. You know, no more worry. It's nature. Oh, this is a nature. This is a dukkha. Surely, the whole day cannot rest. Busy with the child. You know. Okay, this is object materialities in our body. So next one is nutriment essence, oja. Okay, color, sound, smell in our body. Every part have a smell. Color, every materiality in the whole body we have a color. Sound also. Sound is not always if impinge each other sound. So smell is we have a smell. Sure, smell is normally not good. Because of perfume only make good. Normally after I wake up, have to wash to remove away smell, bad smell. After that little bit okay. May last about 2 hours, 3 hours. Later produce a bad smell again. So asubha, taste, taste also. Actually, meat, any meat, if you don't have any spicy or disgusting. Touching is other fire wind. That's all. So in our body, okay. So because of by seeing kala, we say this is a mind body, mind kala, mind appearance. Sound also we attach. This is mind sound. Very nice. Some people do longer, shorter, loud and slow and attach. Anyway, all are sound. So in the same way about the smell. Tangible, we attach. So we need to contemplate as a nature, dukkha, anatta, asubha, non-self, to remove attach. Because its nature is like that. If we attach, later we show its nature, impermanence, suffering, non-self, fallenness, we will be disappointed. Many people worry because of those thoughts. So Buddha instruct to change the thoughts. To change the thoughts. Now the time is over. The time is over. We should stop. Okay. If there is a question, you can ask.
Bante, thank you very much for your sharing again. For a noble disciple who has actually attained the Dhamma eye and the divine ear, so how is the Dhamma eye and the divine ear different from the normal eye and the normal ear in terms of the 4 factors that Bante just explained?
4 factors.
I mean the attention, visible, yeah.
What 4?
The 4 characteristics or conditions. Yeah. For hearing or seeing, that means you need to have attention, sensitivity, right? Yeah. How is the divine eye and the Different.
Divine eye is concentration practicing. If practice concentration jhanas, especially kasinas, kasina, 8 kinds of kasina, in each must have 8 jhana. So, one kasina with 8 jhana, 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 like 8 kasina. From the beginning until the end. Next step, from the end until the beginning. Another way is beginning to end, ending to beginning. Next time jumping, like that. Many way they play like playing games, but it is like jhana games. So there are 14 ways, about 8 jhana, 8 kasina. They manage 14 ways. So must finish 14 ways. Practice very repeatedly, like it's 100 times, 1,000 times. They can move. If they practice their mind very fast, so no time to think other things, very concentrated. So in this way, they're trying to increase their concentration. So some people have ability, success to see things after having concentration. Like the walls are become open, so no more covering. So they can get a divine eye, can see everything, near or far, like that. Small and big, everything can see the world. Even human, Veda, hell, devas, brahmas, based on their power. So if they have more concentration, no more covering. No more covering. So that's the mind's power. If we can remove defilements, mind has nature. Naturally, mind has nature to see things. Because of covering, defilements only cannot see. Not because of not having things like that. For those who has a wisdom light, can see everything. So walls are like something seem to be open. So it is a divine eye. Not like seeing materiality, mentality. They are seeing normal people. Normal people, not like you see with your eye. So not like the materiality. Avodadu, Vayodadu, like that. So that is another. But not like our normal eye. Now our normal eye only can see these things. After covering, cannot see. But divine eye can see very far. Very far. Even devas like that. So in the same way, divine ear, by practicing in this way, just trying to incline to hear the sound when the words are open. So they will hear any sound, small or big. You may think it will be very noisy, but not like that. And the minds are inclining. If you want to hear this sound, that's the mind's work. For example, like some people see 32 parts. Well, see, if I want to see only skeleton, will not see the others. Only skeleton will see. They can choose. So that is the mind, the nature of mind. So sound also, which sound they want to hear, they can hear. It is a divine ear. Divine ear. Divine ear is must practice concentration. And after having concentration, just trying to incline. I want to hear. If I want to see, I want to see. Like that. So divine eye, divine ear, seeing others' mind, seeing past lives. Another one is creating powers, psychic powers. For example, in the water, you want to walk, so practice earth kasina. For you, it has become earth. You can walk. In the same way, earth, you want to sink like water, you practice water kasina. Because of the mind is very flexible, very powerful. So earth is like water. You just sink, appear somewhere. So it is creating powers. It is a concentration. And flying air also possible. Okay. So it is a concentration practicing, no vipassana. So vipassana, normal eye is we see something. This is a flower. This is a man. This is a woman. Like that. That is good for associating. Good for communication. Yeah. Communication must use this one. Arahanta also use, but for communication only. Reality, their reality is they know this is not man, not woman, but they cannot say other people. They say Bani Sariputta or Moggallana is for communication. Because of this, although the Buddha passed away, who is very great, they will not cry. This is normal. This is nature. Will die. Only they respect because of established parami like that. But they will not cry. All are possible. Someone suddenly die, they're not surprised. Those are many. Many, they also understand. Anything, whatever happen in the world, they know it is nature. Nature. They will not be like sad. They will not be shaky with anything happening. So not like ordinary people. Ordinary people, other people die. Okay, no problem. Something you could buy and die, very worry, like that. Actually, people dying old age and death, sick, it is very normal. Very normal. Past many people already, Future surely will be many people. But if not near to us, okay. So if we near to us only, become problem. It is like children, very surely, very obviously happening. Still we are trying to think in this way. So it is knowledge is very low. That is a normal people. Don't know. Like seem to know, but don't. Because of crying, we cannot accept easily. Other people dying, we don't cry. That's natural disaster. That's occasionally happen. No problem. That's occasionally happen. Whatever happen, we are okay. But if something we occupy, it is a problem. At that time, we cannot accept nature. How happen? Why happen like that? At that time, so we cannot accept. It isn't. Other people see us. You are normal, Your body is having this nature. Everybody understand. So, because of this, our knowledge is not enough. Not enough. That's the normal people's mind. Arahanta's mind understand that these things are nature, dukkha, anatta. They are ready. Whatever happen, ready. Like an adult one, very balancing. So, one lady in front of Bani Sariputta, she bring food. Tray with the food drop down or broken. So Bani Sariputta says suddenly, something subject to broken has broken. That's the nature. Occasionally we happen. No surprise, or no sad, no scold, no scold. So nothing problem possible. So we have a joke in Myanmar. So sometimes in Myanmar, many bhikkhus in the monastery, if you want to know who is Abbat, so you should drop down the blade. Right. Who are you? First shouting, one is it is Abbat. Because other people are not surprised, The broken plate is occasionally may happen. That is nature. This is nature. Other bhikkhu not occupying. This is my plate, but the abbat is different. This is my plate. So sometimes, if you don't know who is abbat, among bhikkhus. You just drop down. So it is a normal people's mind. Arhanta mind all are equal. Not have he not occupied. This is a mind plate. All are like as a materiality, mentality. Even own body and others' body, not different. Own things, they don't have own things idea. They just thinking as a materiality, mentality. Only to communicate with other people, they may use this is my bowl, or this is me, or something like that. So actually, they don't think this is me like that. Even the Buddha say, I know wonderful things, even a wrong view, others' view, I know. And because I do know wrong view, not so easy, Others' view, how they have a wrong, what is a wrong view, why they take this wrong view, the Buddha know, and can conclude how many types of wrong view. So that knowledge is only omniscient knowledge can do. To know own view is not difficult. To know others' wrong view is very difficult. Like a mad person's mind, To know mad person's mind is a difficult one. Only omniscient knowledge can do. But the Buddha say, although I know those wonderful things, I not adhere about my knowledge wrongly. So not say like this is my knowledge. Ordinary people, if we know wonderful things, this is my knowledge, become pride. Like a PhD usually, quite pride. They know many things. Also they occupy this is my knowledge. They have a pride. For the Buddha, although knowing is a knowing, not my knowledge, not my knowing. Because of this, the Buddha say, although I know wonderful things, I not, hold that knowledge wrongly. Because of this, my peacefulness more obvious. Like that. Even their knowledge, they not occupy. It is my knowledge. Knowledge is just a knowledge, rising and perishing, something like that. So it is different. Divine EI is that is a concentration work. The worlds are open. So normally is normal people normal things, so we know. Wrong, mostly communication, wrong perception. Practitioner's mind is as a materiality, mentality, like that. Vipassana practicing is approaching in there to understand like that. Okay.
Thank you, Bante.
Bante, with regards to the translucent materiality, the 4 conditions, one of them is the attention. Okay. How is this different from the Cetasika attention?
Attentions usually may refer to Penchadvara Vajana. Penchadvara Vajana and Manodvara Vajana. For the fight of Penchadvara Vajana in the process, turning in the mind. So although you have 5 things, where you turn? If you turn into the eye process. If you turn into the ear process. So it is referred to Penchadvara Vajana, Manodvara Vajana. So although you have an eye, ear, nose, sometimes they don't use, only mind use. Thinking, like episode mind or departing consciousness. So it is very important for the practitioners. What you want to know, you turn there. If you want to know breathing, your mind turn here. If so, you will forget everything. So very useful things. Although objects are around, if you don't turn, you will not know. If you turn there, you will know. But need ability to turn. To turn. Meditation practicing is to turn the right place. Right place, not so easy.
the Panchadwara Vajana. So when we are meditating and when we have a lot of disturbing thoughts, that's when the mind is not being calm. Is that right? And when we bring the mind back to the breath, that's when the five door, or is it the mind door is working?
In the beginning, for the practitioner, so in the beginning, to know the breath is a tangible object. Breath, wind, touch here. Because of touching, we have chance to know the wind. So that is in the beginning. But by practicing, later the mind stronger. Mind directly take. Not using body sometimes. Only body and mind are working. For example, kasina. Kasina is different. We keep a white color in front. See by eye, close eye. That is first of all, use eye. Second, after the mind is stronger, memorizing, although close eye, the mind can take it. It is eye and mind working. About the breathing, body and mind, body sensitivity and mind working, different.
I want to follow up with her question. So these mind door and sense door averting consciousness, they are functional.
And they are
Citta,
functional,
right?
Functional.
So then how does attention come into the picture? Because functional conscience. That means there's neither kusala or akusala.
No kusala, yeah. Because of this is a faster mind, faster awakened mind, actually very weak. Because of very weak, it cannot produce a result. It is just in the beginning turning. You are Asian, just Asian, but not like a strong one. Emotions are not so high. Just a fast awareness.
Okay, there's no volition involved.
Volition, mental factor is there, but very weak. Very weak. Just you trying to turn. After a few process, only you are feel higher and higher.
Okay, that's where the other mind process.
Later I have a jhana. At that time, we start to have a kusala or akusala.
So if you don't have any, I would say, strong attachment, so this mind process actually will go down. It will just fade away.
Once you turn mind,
you continue.
Continue. So usually 70 mind moment. But sometimes all the time your eye is not so good. You know, many positive bhavanga. If eye is not sharp, all the time, for example, light not enough. Although you turn your eye, cannot see. If you are sleeping, still sleeping because it's not clear yet. So it is possible. It is possible. But once I happen to turn, someone not until jhana. Only before jhana also can stop. In the process we learn. For example, if you are sleeping, someone hit you. Although hit, you little bit turn, but fall asleep. So no much as jhana arise. It is possible. Normally, once you turn, like 70 mind moment. Among 70, like 7 jhanas are high bolu, high, how to say, experiencing the object. Like running, you know, faster step, you may be slow. Faster second, third step, you later have a power. Finally also, you will end slowly.
So how does wise attention come in? To pay attention to this reality.
Wise attentions, first of all, you need to know, you need to learn. That is which object is good. Which object is good to turn. How to pay attention. basically two things. Which one we need to pay attention and how to pay attention. More important thing is how to pay attention. Vipassana is can take any object. Only Vipassana how to pay attention. But Samatha is not like that. Samatha is a specific object. Breathing, for example, go. Kasina, go. Asubha, go. Like 32 body parts, 4 elements. These are to pay attention. So if you don't have ability how to pay attention, need to choose a more right object. Some objects are not so good for the beginners. For example, you pay attention Buddha's statue, mostly good. You know, you pay attention some other things may not be good. Because your knowledge is not mature, how to pay. Vipassana is not yet enough. For the Arahanta, for example, like Bhanisari Buddha, whatever he sees, no problem. Because his mind can work properly. For the normal people, we have, if possible, we need to avoid unsuitable object. You know, once we have a good food, not to have a greedy mind, a bit difficult. So, because of this, we have to choose right object.
Because the universal Cetasika got attention, right?
Yeah.
So that attention can be with knowledge, no knowledge.
And this attention is associated in every mind moment. Once you take one object, that attention already there. Because without attention, you will not have any object. That attention is whenever you take the object, it is included. Use or no use, practicing or no practice, already there. Practicing is like Pinchadara Vajana, Manodara Vajana, quite important, where we turn. Now you are turning my sound. Continue to turn. But if you want to go back, turning to home, not so sure. So, like that, anytime, once you wake up, we need to turn the right place. Right place. That is not so easy according to habit. If you don't lead with the mindfulness, with the wisdom, naturally going. So maybe good, maybe bad. But if someone practice established concentration, you know, once you wake up, the mind automatically go breathing. Wake up, go to breathing. Because of this one, he has done many hours. So very familiar, more than other object. So it is a go by habit. A little attention you add enough. This one should do. I cannot sleep, but some people are trying to sleep. But a practitioner may not try to sleep. If I cannot sleep, okay, I will stay with this object. You know, lying down, stay with this object. So it's also easy because I have done many hours. So only a little you add, so enough. So it is one of turning.
Thank you, Bhante.
Okay, sharing merit. Idame bonyam Nibbanasa Pachayo Hodu Mama Bonya Bhagam Sava Sadanam Bhajemi Tesabe Me Samam Bonya Bhagam Labandu Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu